and welcome. This is Luna Spirit Talks and I'm Tushita. If you're new to this channel, you may want to check out my previous video to get a bit of a overview on who I am and my approach to spirituality. And just to be clear, I am talking about spirituality and not religion. So briefly, I'll just say that I have an eclectic background. I've studied and worked with several herbalists, healers, psychics, and most intensely with a Creek Seminole shaman. And what I found is that all of these teachings dovetailed with each other, that there was this common thread of basic principles or universal truths, each packaged slightly differently. So I've taken what I've learned from these teachings and developed what I call transformational spirituality. And my intention here is to share some of these spiritual principles, which are really less esoteric and more grounded in everyday life. In fact, the teachings actually come through our mundane lives. I'll be presenting this information in a somewhat nonlinear manner. There'll be some repetition and overlap, and that's all very intentional. What I'm offering to share with you is deep spiritual work. It's essentially a metaphorical death and rebirth process. In order for us to live an authentic life, we need to give death to false parts of ourselves. Parts which are no longer true, or maybe never were true, and certainly do not serve us. When we give death to what is false about ourselves, it allows the truest parts to emerge, and then we get to embody them. Before we can do this, we have to uncover what is untrue. Now, at the heart of this work is the idea that the more we address our individual issues and explore the deeper meanings of our lives and our purposes, the better equipped we'll be to face the many, many challenges in both our personal life and the greater whole. And then the better we'll be able to have fulfillment in our life and fulfill our purposes in this lifetime. It's also a way to help our soul on its journey. So the more we understand our purposes, why we're here, and then address what's holding us back, the more of a contribution we can make. Basically, the changes we make from within informs the changes we're able to make in the world. Transformation and self-realization asks us to be willing to challenge our long-held beliefs about what we think about ourselves in order to uncover what is actually true about ourselves. We are asked to go to zero, to burn down the house, figuratively. We're asked to let go of everything we think we know and jump off the metaphorical cliff over and over. You can't rebuild on the ashes of a burned down house. You have to clear away the debris and start fresh. In this same way, you can't just embrace something new or true without first uncovering and clearing away what's untrue. So this work asks us to surrender to this process, which is really surrendering to ourselves, and to relinquish what might feel safe, secure, familiar, comfortable, and instead move towards what's real, even if that's a bit scary or uncomfortable. It's learning how to trust in the unknown, in the mystery. That's what jumping off the cliff really means. and it's where spirit resides. So I've said this is a death and rebirth process. We go through this metaphorical death of what is not true about ourselves and are reborn into our authentic self, warts and all. We're not striving for perfection. We're striving for authenticity. Now, in a similar but slightly different way, and running parallel to this, is the need to uncover our shadow selves. These are the parts of us that we'd rather not admit to. So we keep them buried. We deny them. And whatever we're in denial of will eventually come out and usually bite us in the butt when we least expect it. Once we uncover these shadows and understand their purposes, because they do have purposes, we can begin the process of embracing all parts of ourselves and living more of a truly authentic life. Now, the shadow self is a pretty big subject, and I'll stop here and go into it in more detail in the next video. This should be plenty to chew on for a while, and certainly give you a foundation for what's coming. I will be back soon. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. It really helps to build the channel. And if you would like more information about my work, or you want to work with me individually, you can go to the website lunahealer.com. You can also email me questions. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, be well.